Welcome to the UCNJ Libraries tutorial, Did You Know? The Latino-American Collection. This collection is one of several streaming film collections that UCNJ Libraries offers. I will show you how to find this database and walk you through some of its helpful features. We're now at the library's homepage, and you'll see in the upper left where my cursor is hovering and where I have highlighted the URL to the UCNJ Libraries homepage. This is where we will start our journey to find the Latino-American Collection. Coming down the page, you will see the Library Quick Links tab on the left-hand side. Contained within this tab, we see the link for streaming videos. I'm going to go ahead and click on it right here. This lands us on the streaming videos page, where we see an alphabetical list of all the streaming film collections the libraries offer. I want to point out something very helpful. If you're not sure what each individual video collection is all about, you'll notice there's a brief explanation with each collection. All right, now when we scroll down the page, you'll see Digitalia Film Library, the company that owns the Latino-American collection. So we are going to go ahead and click on it right here. You'll see the title for the Latino-American collection. We'll go ahead and click on it. It's this one on the left. We know we were in the right place as we can see the Latino-American collection up top. And as we scroll down, we see there are many movies on this page and quite a number of pages within this collection. So we have to assume that this collection is quite large. And there are a few ways to search for a video. See the all drop down? That allows us to search for videos by these categories: title, director, cast, synopsis. So we can choose one of these. Let's say title. And let's say we're looking for a film called Adios Franklin. We can go ahead and type it into the search bar. We can hit enter here, or we can come over to the magnifying glass and click it. All right, we see that the film we are looking for is Adios Franklin here on the right. They also returned another film called Farewell to Arms. Sometimes that happens. Before we play the film, on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see a box with info about the film. And by briefly reviewing that, you can quickly gain helpful information such as cast members, who was in the film, year the film was made, genre, is it documentary, is it action, how long the video is it in color, whether there are subtitles. Now, this is a great feature. If you're not familiar with subtitles, what they do is at the bottom of the screen in the language you select, they show in words what the actors are saying. So this can be super helpful because maybe you aren't fluent in Spanish or fluent in English, and so you can still watch the film and read what is being said in the subtitles. We want to take notice of the language options that the box is displaying. This information is important as it will allow the user to see the options this specific film offers. And these options that I'm speaking down here, we can see here that this film's original language is Spanish. So we know right away that the film is spoken in Spanish, and that is what we can expect to hear. We see the option below it, language is available. This option is if the movie has a second audio language, an overdub as the industry calls it. This option here can be any spoken language. We may see French, English, Korean, or any other language the film has provided. This option provides the viewer with an audio version of the film spoken in their language of choice, granted it is offered. Now, the final language option offered is subtitles. And as mentioned before, subtitles will have the language you select appear at the bottom of the screen in text so that you may read along with everything that is being spoken on screen. We see here we have the option to read this movie in Spanish and English. Now, I want to sidestep for a moment and talk about information literacy. Accessing, evaluating, and utilizing information is a skill known as information literacy. Information guides decision-making. For instance, when writing a paper for an assignment, you may be tasked with finding a scholarly article. If you have conducted this type of research, you know that attached to these articles is a summary paragraph called an abstract. Finding a paper, reading the abstract, ingesting its content, and deciding whether that paper fits your needs is you using your information literacy skills. I mention this because here in the Latino-American collection, we can see this box full of information such as year, cast, language, subtitles, and more. This box is acting like an abstract, providing information for us to analyze to help determine whether this video will be useful to watch. In mentioning these two examples, article abstracts and the information box in Latino-American collection, we are talking about using the available information about a resource to make your most informed decision about whether to use it. We know from the information box provided what we can expect as far as options when playing this film. Let's view this film and see what the options look like. I'm going to come over here and press play. And we can see here that one of our options is immediate to us, the Spanish language version. So we will hear an audio version of the Spanish language. We can see here we have our regular menu bar, pause, play. We can fast forward and rewind. Here is our subtitles. Right now they're off, but we can choose Spanish. And we know that before we played this film, we had the option to read this or in subtitles in Spanish or English. So let us fast forward to some dialogue so we can see what Spanish subtitles look like.
Buenas. Hola señora, mi nombre es Pablo Rojas y ando buscando la casa del joven Adrián Campo Jiménez.
Es mi hijo.
All right,
Bien,
so
yo
we
soy
can
trabajador
see
social y vengo a hacerle la revisión sobre la beca.
Spanish being spoken. We will switch it to English, and immediately
Gracias.
the subtitles are showing exactly what the actors are speaking on screen.
Es que viera que dejé algo haciendo en la cocina. Deme un segundo.
Perfect. So you can choose to read it in Spanish or English, or turn it off if you wish and just listen to it in the option of Spanish, as it is our only option for the audio language. So now that we have seen what this film has to offer and what the options look like, let me show you what I mean by each movie having its own combination of options. Now, I won't play the film, but we can check out what the information box offers. So let's go back to our search page where we had the two films returned, and I will come back and click on Farewell to Arms so we can see what that screen looks like. And we see here that the information is provided to us in a similar structure to the Adios Franklin film. Let's look at what information is provided for this film and how we would be able to utilize that in our decision making. We can see that this film's original language is English. We now know that we can expect to hear the English language being spoken. Below this, we can see that this film has two languages available, English and Spanish. This is telling us that we have the option to listen to this film being spoken in its native English language, or we can choose to hear this film overdubbed in the Spanish language. Our final option is subtitles. Unlike Adios Franklin, this film has only one option for subtitles, and that is Spanish. If you wish to read what is being said on the screen in Spanish, we know we have that option with this film. And again, each film will have different combinations within these three options, and they will be helpful when making decisions on what films to watch and read. So be aware that your questions and expectations can be answered before you play the film because of this box and your abilities with information literacy. Now that we have seen how to narrow down our initial search with the search bar limiters, remember the title, cast, director, synopsis, as well as how to interpret the information box on the side of each film, we are now prepared to use this great resource from UCNJ libraries when needed. Thank you for viewing our video today. We hope you learned a lot about the Latino-American collection and continue to explore the collection on your own. If you have any questions, here's the contact information to reach us by email, over phone, and in person at any one of our 3 locations. Thank you.